Okay, Colette, maybe you can walk us through a few of your pieces and tell us a little bit about them.
Certainly. I do fused glass. There are three kinds of glass: hot, warm, and cold. And this is considered to be warm. I only get up to about 1420 degrees in the kiln. So all of these have been kiln formed, is the term that we use. Why don't we start over here, Jack, with this piece that I call Chevron, which could also have been called herringbone, but I decided to call it Chevron. It consists of rectangles that I put together and then fused into this piece. I like the color red, and I like the contrast because this one, the red is kind of transparent and the white is opaque, so you get a play of light when you have this maybe narrow window.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite pieces. I've never done anything quite like this before, but I wanted to do something special for the show. I call this Tower of Beauty. It was kind of fun to do because I had to miter the corners, which you don't normally think of as doing with glass, but usually wood. But this piece is about 22 inches high, and it's really quite fun. Another piece that I made is a piece that I hope reminds you of the beach as much as it does me.
Yeah.
With a beautiful blue sky, pebbles on the beach and then the sand. I love this because it actually has a lot of texture in it to it's not as highly fired as some of the other pieces are. This is another favorite of mine. I call it social distancing, which of course we have all gotten used to, and it uses a very unusual kind of glass called luminescent. So when you look at it from different angles, you can see different colors show up in it. This is one of my round pieces. This one's called Forever or Power Round. It's very hard to make a round piece of glass. I didn't learn this technique. I just kind of tried it one day in my pandemic mode, because why not try new things while we're locked up? And I came up with this way to do it, and I think that it turned out pretty well to make a round piece of glass. This one sort of fades in and out and has a lot of black and red in it. This is another piece that uses the luminescent glass. I call this Stairway to Heaven, because it does kind of look like stairs going up. It's a piece that kind of, I think, inspires peace and hope.
Uh-huh.
This is a piece that I call Monarch because, of course, it is a butterfly. I used Dichroic glass on it to form the outline of the butterfly, and then fused it. And then once it was all together, I did what is called draping, and I draped it over a mold, and hence the kind of cool looking butterfly that looks like it might fly off at any time.
What's dichroic glass?
Dichroic glass is treated with chemicals that give it all sorts of different colors, and you can see that I like dichroic. I've used it in a number of pieces here, and it's very special glass, and it too kind of looks different from different angles. Uh-huh. Which is always a surprise as the artist. You're never quite sure what you're going to get. Let's go around the corner. I call it Rosemary's garden. And what I did, this also uses dichroic glass. I cut a piece of rosemary from my garden, put it down flat on the base of my kiln, and then I put the dichroic glass on top and then the red, and it actually burns the image of the rosemary into the glass.
Oh, nice.
And at the end of the day, the rosemary is all gone, and I'm left with this beautiful piece.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Colette. All right, Geraldine, if you can just walk us through a few of yours and maybe comment on them.
This is called Rust, and it's one of those things, the doors that open so you can go down underneath a store and deliver stuff. And this was in a cinema, and I just happened upon it, and I stood it up.
That's a great one. I like that one.
Thank you. I like that. That's a restaurant, and you know what better thing in a restaurant than a sign that says eat. This is called, I have heard, the Mermaid Sting, because I see mermaids in it, which they really aren't, but it's a barrier for a balcony. It's glass, and the shadow of the etching on the glass reverses itself, and I just thought that was so pretty. Last leaf, kind of self-explanatory. Mystery, I have no idea how this came out, but I love it. So I have my camera with me all the time because I'm always seeing stuff. The chair's out on my deck. Margarita. Yes. And the salad, I think that was the same meal. I really love driving around and finding signs. So this one I'm quite pleased with. There was work being done on a school, and this was the cyclone fence with the green curtain, and someone had spray painted that on it, and I thought, oh, probably illegal, but what a great idea. What a great idea. And, you know, as I said, my camera is with me all the time. This is my coffee cup. And this is my glass deck. And it's I forget the name of it, but it's an atmospheric disturbance where two layers of air are going at different speeds, and they kind of whip into these weird things. And,
It doesn't, you know, it's unusual that you wonder what kind of a scene it really is.
Exactly, and that's the whole thing that I do with my photography is I want to make you wonder. I want to make you think, what the heck is that? And then look at it and say, oh, I see there's the edge of a coffee cup. Oh yeah, I like that. And,
yeah.
You know, so it's not like immediately obvious, although of course some of them are. Yeah. Like this is just, some little kid got up in a tree that was right next to this red truck, and that was the shadow of the little kid in the tree, and it sort of looks like a spider.
Yeah.
And of course, red, love red.
Okay, thanks a lot, Geraldine.
Thank you.
Yeah.